I'm Frank, and I've been a professional chef for 23 years. This is the burger I make for my family and friends, the people that are most important to me. For my hamburgers, I like to use beef short ribs. It's got a great amount of lean meat to fat. The only problem with it is it's tough. So what we have to do is grind it. I like to grind my own meat because when you go to the supermarket, basically they're just getting whatever beef scraps they have. This way, I get a burger that I know exactly what's in it. Now that my meat is ground up, I'm gonna form it into patties.
You really just shouldn't handle the meat too long.
I disagree with that. I like to work it a little so the burger stays together, holds its shape. What I usually do is I work it until it'll kind of stick to my hand. I work it into a volcano shape. What this is gonna happen is that when the meat cooks, it's gonna expand a little. This is actually gonna disappear and even out and make a nice flat burger. I cook the burgers in a cast iron pan. Cast iron pan holds a lot of heat. When I cook these, I don't really need that much pink inside, just a little bit of pink. That ground meat doesn't really have a great texture when you cook it rare. I season my burgers with salt. What happens when you season ahead, salt draws out the moisture. I season liberally. It's gonna help that crust form. I have a little beef fat, so I'm gonna take a little bit of fat and just coat the bottom of my pan. The reason I use beef fat and not something like butter, with a pan this hot, I'm gonna put my butter in the pan and immediately the butter is gonna burn. Now I have my patty, I have my volcano in the middle, I'm gonna put the flat side down first. I'm gonna go as high as I possibly can to start that browning and the crust on the bottom. People tend to start moving things around. Leave the burger alone. I want a little bit of onion flavor on my burger. I take a nice slice of onion, I'm gonna put it on top. My burger's brown on this side, I'm gonna give it a flip. So you can see, I have a beautiful crust. So now my onion on the other side is getting caramelized. Caramelization is when the sugars start to go brown. The way that I'm gonna test this burger for doneness is I'm actually gonna poke at it, right? If I poke at it now, it's still really soft, and I want it to be fairly firm. For this burger, I'm gonna use some Munster cheese. Now, Munster has a lot of the same melting qualities as American cheese, but it also has a little bit more flavor. I'm gonna let the Munster melt. So now my cheese is melted. It's not melted totally, but it's gonna continue to cook as I take it out of the pan. And now we're gonna get a bun and some toppings and finish this burger. I like a potato roll. The bun doesn't need any extra fat. The burger has enough for it. Toasted plain. Now we're gonna work on our toppings for the burger. As a chef, I like to make my own pickles. I have a fancy French mandolin. This gives the pickles a nice crinkled cut. And we just wanna make enough to fill up our jar. Some sprigs of dill, I'm just gonna stuff them into the bottom of the jar. I have a little bit of garlic, add a couple of cloves, and then my spices. Coriander seed, black peppercorns, mustard seed, some little Thai bird chilies. And then I proceed to stuff my cucumbers in. And now I'm gonna take the brine that I made. I get a ladle, and I just fill it with the ladle. And there you go. Put my lid on, it goes right in the fridge. I leave it in the fridge for about a week. I have my burger patty, I'm gonna put it on my bun. I have the pickles that I made, not a ton. I just want enough so that it adds a little sweetness to my burger. Beautiful. What I like most about this burger is it's not complicated.